Hello and welcome back to Mundaun. Now, you might remember from last episode that I mentioned that I wouldn't be recording in 4K because I wasn't sure if my computer could handle recording in 4K. Then I realized afterwards, well, to be more precise, just right now before starting the recording again, I'm already doing it. I already have been recording in 4K. I just didn't render it in 4K. So I guess the videos will be in 4K from now on. The episode 1's already uploaded and yeah, I won't bother redoing that, but from now on they'll be in 4K. And also I'm recording at a better time today, so it shouldn't get dark during the process of this recording, so the facecam should be, well, better, more illuminated. Alright, I think that'll do it for now, and we can just start with the game, or continue with the game. Last episode we had our first night, and had some weird hay monsters that were trying to kill us. And we managed to flee from them and go back to our home. I assume that whenever we get killed by them, it just reverts us to the last save point. Okay, actually though, there's something else I need to do as well before we can get going properly. Give me 1 second. 1 second is over. Oh, well, yeah. That was not the continue game button. I'll be right back. Yeah. So let's pretend that never happened. Oh, there's... Oh no, those are just flowers. I'm assuming we go to sleep now. The difficulty of enemy encounters can be adjusted in the settings. I'm well aware, thank you game for telling me. Why are these here? They don't look very... A werkekel. Grandpa used to put it on his chest before he went to sleep. Ah, to ward off evil spirits or something like that. Like, I imagine the head goes through the hole at the top, and then this is just, you know, so no evil spirit can put themselves on your body. Yeah. Fend off evil spirits. Alright, we'll do the same. And I'd like to start... Okay, this is not a healthy position for your head to be in. I'd like to start sleeping, if possible. Oh, this way around. I hope I can help you find peace, Grandpa. Oh, so so that's why the candle is there, to ward off any of the hay monsters, I assume. That's why he put it on his windowsill, although I would assume that just closing the window works in the same way. Alright, stay with that. It started raining. That's good, I think. Is there a knock on the door? Yes. Let's see who it is. No. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I should investigate the knocking in the kitchen first. I thought it was knocking on the door. My bad. Kitchen. Where is the kitchen? Oh, this is the kitchen. Oh. Discovered radio frequency 172.5 kHz. That's the girl from the title screen. She looks evil. Watch out, behind you. Find the little girl outside. Well, that's just great. Now she's run off. Alright. Off we go. Oh, there's a goat. Hello, goat. Are the monsters here as well? It's hard to tell if it's night or day. She ran up here. Okay, found her. What about in here? She's not in there. Do I have anything? No. She's not in here. Can I just burn these things right now? No. Doesn't appear to be the case. Where would you have gone off to? It's kind of... Wait, was there something? Oh, the chapel. That burned down? It's kind of hard to tell. What happened to it? Well, I suppose we should have a look at it. It's not like there's many other places where you can go to. And since the game tells us that something happened to it, we might as well check it out. Not a fan of the thunder. Not a fan of anything ambient in this game, really. Not in a way that I'm thinking it's bad, but in the way that I don't like it. It's just flowers again. Did it just turn to stone? Oh, left clicking zooms. Oh no, the binoculars. Completely forgot about those. I can't enter it from anywhere, can I? No. Okay, I assume those were there before. Is Jeremias still in there? I don't see him. Well, so we'll just assume he's dead. But where else would I go? I don't know, by the way, if that girl is the same girl as the one who threw that paper airplane at us in the first part. I would assume so, but I really have no confirmation for that. Can I not go down here? Really? Why? Wait, if I can't go down there, then how am I supposed to get back? I thought that was the only way back. I can't jump over things like this. This is going to be interesting. Can I still not? No, I cannot go there. Alright, I guess I'll go back up to the chapel. And I'm assuming I'll have to try to figure out something here. But it's not giving me an option. Like, it'd be one thing if I had an option here that was like, okay, you need to, you know, use an item here. I still have the binoculars in hand. Can I do something about them? Like, just put them away? Doesn't really look like it. You know what we'll do right now? We'll look at the controls, at the mappings, and we'll see if there's anything we haven't actually looked at yet that we might be able to do. We can jump. We can crouch with left control, that's fine. Fire with left mouse button, aim with right mouse button. Well, we don't have anything that could fire yet. Cycle equipment R. Okay, lantern is L. That might be useful to know. R. R doesn't really do much. We don't have a lantern. Okay. We can't go up here, and our jumps, well, are non-existent, pretty much. I wouldn't even call them jumps, they're more like hops. But he seems to be very exhausted by having to hop. Can't get through here. And as we know, going to give it one more try. No, we can't get down here. Out of curiosity, can we get up there? And can we jump down? I'll go there later. Definitely not a bug. Sure. Alright. At least we got the message now that's telling me I'm not supposed to be here. I hope I can actually go back through here. Is anyone in here? No. Are there even places that I haven't looked at yet? There's not a lot we can explore right now, I found. I'm not sure if I've been down there. But what I've seen from up here is this building here. I'm not sure if I've been in there yet. So this is probably the place for me to check out. But there's just nothing here. Pretty much. There's a light switch. That does pretty much what it's supposed to do. It turns on the light. And that's about it. Okay, nothing here. I just scared myself by walking through hay. Alright, what we'll do now, I want to have one look not over there, but over this side, because that's where the girl ran off to. At least in that direction. But I don't actually, is there a way? It looks like there's a pathway up there. Oh, and there's a viewpoint. I actually didn't notice this before because it looks pretty steep. And to be quite honest, because it's so bright in my room, I cannot see much of the screen. Because the screen itself is really dark. Oh, there's a cabin. Wait. C, and some mark in between. That's fine. We'll go to the viewpoint first and we'll go into the cabin afterwards. Okay, we've got our second viewpoint. So we have this one, we've got this one now, and we're right now, this is where the cabin leads to. This is where the barn burned. I'm going to have a look just to get an overview here. We haven't been here. We have been here. Yeah, so this up here and this are the only places we haven't been apart from that cabin. It started raining again. I don't know if it was supposed to just rain before as well and it bugged out, but oh god. Oh, it's his hideout. My old hideout. I almost forgot about it. Days and nights I spent in here. It was when I first came to life with Grandpa after my lived with Grandpa after my parents passed away. You know what? Are there display? I can turn it up even more, but it doesn't help too much in this dark cabin where I can pretty much not see anything. I can sort of tell that, oh, that light was helpful. This is the only time when I appreciate thunder, or lightning, more specifically. I don't want this. Oh. Yes. I don't like it. Oh. You can build something. Spent my days searching for the right stones. To bring them back in this form, at least. Huh. That's not nice. I'm going to build them up again. Ha! What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Okay, the light illuminates them onto the wooden boards. What is this thing over here? Anyway. Okay, no, this just lets me sit down. It's fine. Is there anything else in here? I can't tell if that actually continues. It's too dark, but I don't suppose it does. Is there anything here? What's this? I literally can't see a thing. Okay. Going outside of the hideout. And we're going down here? Yep. Oh, there she is. Was she there all the time? Are you trying to tell me something? Give me 1 second. Can't you talk? There's the evil guy, and there's the priest and everything, and there's a goat, and I don't know. I'm assuming this takes us into that memory. There's a goat. And a drunk dude. Looks like he's sleeping it off. A beautiful snow white goat. What a strange black pattern it has on its head. Demonic. Oh. It's grandpa as a young man. This must be during the war. I don't like how like half of my screen is like black. What is this? Operation before 12? I don't know. Potentially. Oh. Huh. It's the same girl. I suppose we're meant to follow that guy that ran up here. Where will you lead us to? So he's walking here. The stones. Doesn't matter. Where are you going? Past me can't jump. Not that the ability to jump has helped current me. Where are you going? Oh, okay. I'll be there first. It's in the hands of the Lord now. Jeremias. Okay. It's a whole army getting in position to attack. As expected, our dear Corporal Walter is drunk. Any minute now they'll attack. Have a look over the ridge. Yeah. Over which ridge? Have I told you? Yeah. My wife is with a child again. I guess it doesn't matter now. It's over. Everything does not have to be lost, my friends. There is always a way, wouldn't you agree? Oh, that's the evil dude. Yeah. Apparently he found the way. I'm assuming that's the end of the vision. Oh, we're in the church. Well, we found her. There's the goat's head. It's the goat from the dream. At least the head of it. Why do we have to pick that up? Can we go anywhere like this, or can we just... Do we just go outside here? We can. The question is, do we want to? We can't jump. I suppose. The painter. Wait. I should take shelter underneath the big trees in the graveyard. What, is it raining trees? Or hailing, which is probably more likely. It's light in the graveyard. Come on. No, it is raining stones. Come on. Who's there? Yeah, me, yes, it's just me. I saw you in the war. I had a vision. I saw you in the war. Did Florina show you? She always was a peculiar child. Those were dark times. And dark times are upon us again. Can I not just... Yeah, whatever. Dark times? Did you see my chapel? It has been defiled. I have no idea how he could ever have passed the threshold and enter it. I saw an old man appear in my vision of the war. Who is he? He has appeared throughout history in times of despair. And it seems he's back amongst us once again. Oh! This goat's head was placed on the altar. Allegria's head. Who is Allegria? Corporal Walter's most prized goat. You must bring the head to Walter. He can tell you more, if he so chooses. Who is Corporal Walter? A fellow soldier of ours back in the war. Our corporal, actually, although he wasn't much of a leader. Florina, the little girl, is his niece. Where can I find this Corporal Walter? I haven't seen him for many, many years. Your grandfather used to visit him in his bunker. He brought him supplies. You should do the same if you want to speak with him. He's always been a drunk, eccentric, and the war made him worse. Where is this bunker? You have to follow the street up the mountain. It's too far to walk, so I suggest you take Florine's mover. What are these supplies Grandpa brought him? Florine gave me this key for safekeeping. Maybe you can find out more in his study. Here you go. Goodbye, Father. The Lord be with you. Investigate Grandpa's study. I shall do that once I can find my way out of here. No, it is this way. Around here. I've been given an item. Indeed I have. So let's go to Grandpa's study. I hope it's not nighttime yet. As I've said before, I can't tell. Because if it is nighttime, I have to watch out for these hay creatures. But it doesn't look like they're here yet, so it seems we're fine. Maybe? Just gonna hope. He did say we have to walk up the mountain to get to it. And as far as I know, there's a door or something of the sorts there that's in the way. I don't like that I left the door open. That's probably not a brilliant idea. Oh. Hey there. You gonna kill me? You look like you're going to kill me eventually. Stay outside, please. Doesn't work. I should check the batteries. Well, I guess I could. Ja. Bergluft. Extra starker Tabak. Nicotine. For smoking. Could technically. Well, they would combine well, I assume. Found tobacco for the pipe. Feel something stirring on the summit. Please, Lord, let me be wrong. Is the light already on? No, it wasn't. Oh, that's the roof of the chapel, yeah. Per Walter, Meldavieux, fin Vinard. I'm assuming, I don't know if I said this in episode 1, I'm assuming this language is Romansh. I don't actually know though. That just makes sense to me. Like sort of a combination between French and German. Meldavieux, fin Vinard. Honey, hay and schnapps. Okay. Next to schnapps, I can make out an erased word. Bathroom. Yep. Okay. Wait, let me actually look at this. Say, we found the schnapps already. We did so back when we didn't even know there was going to be a secret room there. We investigate Grandpa's study, make coffee, optional, find honey, and gather hay. Okay. Yeah, still doesn't work. Should check the batteries. Well, the question... Oh, there. One battery's missing. Is that it? Okay, I did not know that was batteries. Ah. Okay. Not really sure what this does. I switched it. Oh, wasn't there? This thing. What does it mean? That's the bigger issue. Oh. There we go. I didn't realize at first that there were two cars. I thought it was just this car had somehow switched over to this side because I didn't see it was stuck in there. Found a key. I don't know what the key's for. But we found one. Alright. Actually, didn't look at these things yet. You still there? No, she's gone. That doesn't make me feel comfortable. These honey pots are empty. Unfortunate. And we can close that again. Okay. I actually read. Okay, that's probably that, yeah. And that's just this. Okay. This picture gave me nightmares as a child. I can see how. Grandpa never took me with him to the beekeepers up near the Alps. But their honey is the best that I've ever tasted. Well, I guess we know where we're getting honey from. Yeah, that's the one that's blocked. That we couldn't get to. I don't think... I'll have to check again. I'm not sure if there was anything that's locked. Was it this? What a bizarre lock. I don't suppose this key fits. Yeah, I didn't think so. Do we have anything else that might? I mean, we can try a goat's head. No. Of course not. Oh. Well, that's not creepy at all. Actually, it doesn't look that bizarre. It looks... Wait. Oh, the key's there. I just didn't see it. Well, never mind. I had hopes. My hopes have been crushed. I don't think there was anything down here that required a lock, was there? Oops. This was just empty. G-force drivers are ready, right? Yeah. The candle has burnt down. Nope, no, oh god. Close everything. Thank you. Was there anything? There's more lighters. Could I potentially make coffee? Does that mean I have 6 of these lighters? Probably. Nope, doesn't work. I don't know how to make coffee. Wait, that's the kitchen, isn't it? There's nothing to make coffee in here. Okay. Okay, it definitely looks like sort of midday now. Let me walk down here and go to this this house over there. Let me investigate what that is all about. Just so I know I wouldn't have to come back here later, which I probably will have to do anyway. Oh. Looks like it's locked from the other side. Well, that's just great because that's where the mover is in. I can go inside. And there's some stairs up. That's good. Grandpa's mover. Open it up. Oh, she's already here. Brilliant. You're joining me. Hold on to your seat. This will get bumpy. Find ignition key for Movell. I assume that is this one. Grandpa Turismo. That's a great achievement. Together, hay, drive over it. Yep. Not exactly what I expected it to drive like, but okay. Oh. What was the thing? Ah. Loader isn't full yet. I can collect more hay. I would assume you can. So we're collecting hay. Can collect more hay from over here, I guess. Yeah. Okay, give me that hay. Okay. I think if I remember correctly, there was some hay near our house as well. I hope I don't... Oh. Alright. Some very peculiar driving mechanics here. Not that I'm complaining. Keeps it interesting. Oh. Alright. Some more hay over here. Alright, and I remember seeing some hay down there. And jump. Alright. Okay, it's full. Alright. Off we go. The loader is full. And I assume we're taking it. Yeah. Have the schnapps and enough hay. I have to get the honey further up the mountain near the Alps. Then it's time to find the bunker and pay Walter a visit. Drive up the mountain. Interact with the light button to turn on the movable headlights. Which is the light button? We'll see. I'd assume L, but I was already pressing L. Or is there like a light button? Oh, there's a light button here. Supposed to turn the frequency to 161.3 to pass this gate. I just don't really know how exactly to do that. Come on. None of them really worked. Tell me, what am I doing wrong, child? Yes, the loader can't carry anymore. Okay, that's just to grab this. Let me exit here. If you forget where you parked, use the nearest poster to summon the hay loader. That's fine. Yeah, it's connected. It is. Totally. Actually, have I not discovered the frequency yet? Can I check which frequencies I've discovered? I mean, it really doesn't make much sense considering, well, it tells you the frequency there, just go until you find it. Wait. That's pretty cool. Now. So this isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. And this isn't right. Where would I find another frequency? The worst thing is that I can't even check if I have found the frequency or not. So I would just assume that I haven't, and that I need to check something else, even though I'm really not sure what. I mean, actually, why am I walking? I've got a car. The car doesn't necessarily need to stay here. Let's go. Actually, what about now? I don't suppose it changes anything, but... Okay, and holding the button for an extended period of time, etc. doesn't really do anything. It's not different. Okay. Oh. Yep, that's totally the mechanics I expected. Where would I find that? I suppose we go up here. Is there a possibility it was somewhere here? All the way back there. No, yeah, obviously. Let me exit here. Don't roll down. But I don't think there was anything here of importance. Is there anything? This is still just that. No, there's nothing here. The only thing that I can imagine... Yeah. The only thing I can imagine is that it is in that one room that we can't enter in the house yet. But I think I've tried... Oh. I think I've tried everything to get into that. What I'm going to do is I will try once more. Try every item I've... Well, I'll try every item I have. Just trial and error based. And I'll see if any of them do work. I don't suppose that the map has... Oh, actually, there is the hidden cave marked on the map. Okay, that's just... Nothing important. Nothing important. Alright. I want to go into this room once more. Yeah. Nothing here. Nope. I don't suppose this does anything for us. Alright. Close the door. There's nothing outside here, is there? There's this light. Is that the door? guess so. What is this? I don't recognize this person. Certainly. Oh, this. You can summon the Hayloader by looking at the poster. Okay. That makes sense. Have I checked everything in this room? There's this big poster here. I don't suppose there's anything behind? No. What did that say? Something stirring on the summit. Please Lord, let me be-roll. Okay. Alright. Out of curiosity, I don't suppose the frequencies are written on, like, next to the radios where I found them. No. I can put in all the frequencies that I found, but none of them make any sound. So that's not particularly helpful. So off we go. One more try. If it doesn't work, I'll end the episode here, and I'll probably obviously I probably have to look up whether I've just missed something. Obviously it doesn't work. Pipe doesn't work. Can I do something? I can't combine items either. And none of these really make any sense either. Wait, that didn't work, did it? No, of course not. What about the sleigh here? Any importance to that? Probably not. No. Well, I guess. Where's the clock? Downstairs, isn't it? Oh, there's nothing I can do about this either, is there? No, it still doesn't open. Well, we'll save then. We'll leave it here for now. And in the next episode, we'll hopefully figure out what's going on, what's wrong, why we can't continue here. But until then, hope you enjoyed watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.